Earlier today, Hims announced a brand new acquisition, something that's going to be major to their entire thesis as a company. The stock is up over 22% today alone, 200% year to date. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the full acquisition and why this is important to the bull thesis. Let's jump right in. So, of course, we know Hims is an amazing performer. We've seen that all over the past several months, 200% year to date. It's my second largest position and something that I've been very vocal about ever since buying my first batch of shares at $13 back in August. The reason why is because if you look at the roadmap ahead for this business, the product roadmap and what they want to release, and if you look at the consistent execution of the business, it's very clear that they have a long runway of growth to go. And it was even more clear at $13 that this was insanely undervalued. The company has earnings coming up on February 24th. So we're going to see not only the full year 2024 results, where they're expected to put up 90% revenue growth, which I think they're going to beat, but we're also going to see the 2025 guidance, which is, in my opinion, even more important from a market perspective if you want this rally to continue. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if I saw some profit taking here because the stock is up so tremendously. We're going into a big catalyst. So there's going to be a lot of people who are probably going to be taking some profits here, but it doesn't seem like it. The stock seems to be increasing every day. I think it's increased like 5% on average every single day this year to culminate in that 200% year to date metric. And I understand the other side of that argument as well, because there are serious prospects for this business. The growth rate is insane. They're going to release new product launches in 2025 with testosterone, menopause, and probably liraglutide when semaglutide comes off shortage. So they have a lot of catalysts ahead. GLP-1s are still a big deal. There's a lot of tailwinds from a macro perspective, so I understand why this rally is continuing. And in addition to that, I think this new acquisition will add more fuel to that fire to further strengthen that bull case. Because a few months ago, Hims purchased a new compounding facility, and just today they announced this new acquisition, which was all cash, which is, I think, also important because you're not diluting the stock. And that's why the stock is surging. So let's jump into this press release and read it together, and then I'll share some posts I've been seeing and also some of my thoughts. Hims & Hers acquires at-home testing facility, expanding capabilities to ultimately include affordable whole-body testing for subscribers. They mentioned that this new capability will empower customers to take control of their health with deeper insights and enable providers to access a breadth of data and biomarkers that can help identify risk of disease before it develops for more precise clinical decision-making. So we know that the personalization is a big value proposition of Hims, and collecting all of this new data, I think, is going to be an important step in that direction. The company, Hims, has acquired an at-home lab testing facility marketed as Tribe Labs, which will allow them to support at-home blood draws and a more comprehensive whole-body testing. The acquisition will broaden the company's ability to offer a wide range of personalized treatments, supplements, and medications to accelerate the expansion into new high-impact clinical categories, including low testosterone, perimenopausal, and menopausal support. These are the new product offerings that they're going to be releasing in 2025. So it seems like this is just front-running that news. Using a blood lancet, which eliminates the need for needles or dried blood spot cards, customers will be able to learn more about their hormone levels, cardiac risks, stress markers, cholesterol, liver function, thyroid function, and prostate health. Providers on the platform will then be able to use that information as part of determining a personalized treatment plan most appropriate for their patient. In addition, de-identified lab data will accelerate the company's AI developments, including MedMatch by Hims & Hers, to get one step closer to delivering an AI-powered healthcare experience that can deliver access to affordable, high-quality care tailored to the individual. The article then continues, with affordable at-home lab testing, customers will be able to access more information about their health, and providers can recommend high-quality customized treatments backed by more precise data for each individual payment. So the personalization aspect is a huge value proposition here, because not only are they collecting more data on all of their users, but they're also doubling down on that personalization moat. As we know, the personalized product offerings are Hims' fastest growing segment and now makes up for more than half of their total subscriber base. And finally, the article concludes, very importantly, because I think many people might have missed this, Hims & Hers funded the acquisition through cash on hand. The acquisition is complete, and Hims & Hers expects to roll out at-home testing to customers over the next year. So this is a very important distinction here, that they acquired this all in cash and that this acquisition is already completed. There's no uncertainty with regards to that, and that this is going to be rolling out soon. So, very simply to recap, this is going to allow customers to order a testing kit at home. And they can do this for a couple of different reasons. They can do this just out of curiosity, like the same way you would order like a 23andMe test to look at, if there's any biomarkers that you're at high risk of, or if you have specific health issues that you want to double down on. You receive the test kit at home, you perform the test. Everything is prepared. It's very simple. Everybody can do it at home. And then those results are sent directly back to the company. They're going to be visible in the app. And then the professionals on the app are going to be booking some time with you to propose personalized treatments for everything that you tested based on your actual biomarkers, based on the results of those tests. And this is good for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's good for the patient because they can have personalized solutions that have fewer side effects. They can have personalized dosages. They can have an altogether better service that is differentiated from anything that they can have in the market currently. So, number one. Number two, it's good for him's value proposition because it deepens the moat of them having personalized solutions, because this further widens the gap between them and any other product offering on the market. And it makes them a leader in that space specifically because the value proposition or the offering that the user will get is way better with him's versus anybody else. And number three, it collects a whole ton of personalized user data, biomarker data that HIMS can then use for their AI service for MedMatch, essentially. And that really improves the value proposition of the AI developments to create this AI powered healthcare experience. Because all of a sudden, not only does it increase retention of existing customers because they're just getting personalized solutions that they wouldn't get anywhere else that work better for their use case. And so they're never going to unsubscribe from HIMS. But it also helps HIMS as a company decide what new product offerings to launch first, what to cross sell to, and who to cross sell those products to. And so it really helps them directionally speaking, because the more data that they collect, the better this AI recommendation system is going to get. And the more data that the company itself is going to have to then recommend more products out to new customers in the future. And I think that piece in general should not be understated, because that piece is really crucial to the entire bull case for HIMS and their entire business model in general. Because as I've recorded in multiple videos, and even the video where I explained my full bull case on HIMS when I invested in August, I said my bull case or the moat of this business is really that personalization aspect. The ability to collect all of this data allows the company to further deepen their moat and their competitive advantage against existing incumbents in the market. Nobody's going to have an Eli Lilly based solution. Nobody's going to have a Novo Nordisk based solution when they can have something that is catered to them, that they actually have a test, that they actually have all of this data now in their app based on the in-home test kit that they received. It's a targeted offering. It's something that improves the patient's quality of service. And it's something that further deepens the hooks that HIMS as a business has in that user. It increases the switching costs. And quite frankly, because this is a subscription offering, like users will just never unsubscribe from this business. And all of the data that they're collecting from this is going to really enhance MedMatch and provide better decision making from their AI tools in general. So it makes sense why the stock is up 22%, because this is something that differentiates them in the telehealth space with regards to the data play, but it also differentiates them from a product offering perspective due to that personalized solution. So it's an absolutely perfect acquisition. The fact that it was all in cash is even better. And I think the cool thing as well is the highlight around testosterone and menopause specifically, because if you look at this post that Andrew Dudum, I'm just going to pull it up right now, the CEO made earlier today, he was talking about this personalized package. So let me share this post and then I'll also go into the associated link. So this is the CEO of HIMS, Andrew Dudum, and basically here he said in his tweet, comprehensive personalized care requires whole body testing. This is why we've acquired a top tier at home lab testing facility that will allow us to deliver integrated offerings across nutrition, lifestyle supplements, and medication. Adding these capabilities to the HIMS platform will give our subscribers a look at the entire picture of their health, empowering them and their providers with deeper insights to tailor their care. Today is an exciting step in elevating the standard of health and wellness for Americans. And if you look at this link here, it takes us to this webpage called Comprehensive Lab Testing, where they have basically a promotional page that explains some of the benefits that this acquisition now helps them unlock. And look at what is here front and center. What does that read right there? That is a product offering that they will be launching very shortly. And so they're dropping all of these hints. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they drop this in the latest earnings call, where they're now in the latest earnings call announcing that testosterone product offering. Here you can read up all about the lab testing facility. You can see all of the offerings that it has in terms of what you can test. This is quite a comprehensive list here. So they're going to be collecting a whole ton of data here on each of their users, and they're going to be able to modify users' plans based on this data. So you can get a full idea of what this plan looks like from a user perspective. But I thought this point here around the testosterone being in the actual mock-up, I thought that was really funny because I know that they're going to be planning to launch that very shortly. Now, I'm going to be doing a HIMS Q4 earnings prediction video. I want to get that recorded probably later today or tomorrow, hopefully. I'll have it out by the end of the week. Let me commit to that because HIMS has their earnings on February 24th. I will be live streaming that earnings. And in fact, tomorrow, Manuel and I are going to jump on a live stream and we're going to be doing the HIMS weekly where we both are going to be sharing our earnings predictions. Mine are 80% or so done. I'm going to finish like the last 20% later today as I've been doing a lot of reading on this company's financials and I have some cool predictions. So I'm hoping to get that in a video wrapped up by this week. But again, it's a great day for all HIMS investors, not only because the stock is up quite a bit, and not only because the stock has been up 200% year to date, but more importantly, because all of this is playing perfectly into separating HIMS from all of their competition, into separating the perception of HIMS from GLP-1 specific to now being a much more differentiated product offering across the entire suite of products, and a very much deeper data play as well, which increases their value proposition against other telehealth providers as well. Because now, not only do they have this personalized solution that they're bringing to your doorstep through a subscription, but they also have this full medical history of all of your biomarkers and the results from all of your tests. So in the future, they can not only offer you cross-sold products across their entire line, but they can also offer you preventative care of new products that are coming out so that you can start to tackle some of these results much earlier. It just gives the user a whole new layer of information at their disposal to make the best decision for them. And it increases the switching costs of anybody getting off of the HIMS ecosystem. It's massively, massively, massively bullish. I cannot understate that enough. And I am really excited to see where this business goes. And I'm excited particularly to hear the commentary that management has on the earnings call around how they see 2025 shaping, because it can end up being a really terrific year for the business fundamentally. The stock, like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if it does pull back. There's going to be some profit taking. It's run quite a bit. But I do think that with all of these prospects that the run is not unwarranted. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out that live stream tomorrow. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to check out my earnings Q4 video when I post it at the end of this week. And I will see you in the next one. I will see you also live in the HIMS earnings call on February 24th after the market close. Thank you so much.